Hi, this is Tim from Garden Hands. It's the 4th of March today. It's morning. We're going out to get some buckets put over. We're not going to put buckets or tap trees yet. It's only going to be in the mid-30s for the next 6 to 10 days, the weather forecast says, for our area anyway. So we're not that excited about it. We aren't into making a huge amount of syrup. We're more into doing it for fun, to have fun with the family, and we don't need to get every last drop, I guess. So we're gonna wait for a week yet. There's enough snow in the woods that we can't quite get around with a side-by-side for picking up sap. We'd have to probably get some trails made with a skid loader with some sort of a snow machine. So we're gonna put it on hold, but today we're gonna get all of our pails brought over to the syrup shack and probably bring the evaporator over. We'll clean that up again. We clean it in the spring when we're done, and then we clean it the previous spring. After we're done, we clean it up, and then we'll clean it again before we bring it over here. So we'll just take a look inside. We did a cleaning last weekend, I believe it was. We went out and cleaned up a little bit around the syrup shed. So that's kind of the entrance and the side. And we have to get up on top yet to, where are we? We have to get up there to put up our stacks. So we'll climb up the roof. There's steps that we have, cleats on the roof, that we can walk up those and get our stack put up and get the other stack uncovered that we use for the wood stove inside. We always have a wood stove going just for a little bit of warmth. When the season first starts, it's always a little bit cool. So in these inside, we've got one load of pails already, and we'll have one more load. And then, we got our captain's chairs over there, so we can sit down. We always have company, it seems like, so they can sit down and relax, and then we'll get our arch put together. These boards, of course, will come off. These aren't here. We just use that to slide the evaporator across so we don't scratch anything up too much. And we'll get this cleaned up. We'll vacuum a little bit of this ash off of here before we put the evaporator on. And then the smoke stack, or the exhaust, this isn't down. We raise this up and keep it off from the arch during the season. And on top, it's all covered so we don't get any rainwater down this to rust this plate here, which is kind of important. After that, we'll bring our pans over and get those set on here, and then they've got quite a few fittings on the side of them that we have to hook up. So we'll get that done and start getting things organized around here a little bit better. Once the pails go out and we get our tapping done, then we get to where we have quite a bit of room in here, and it's kind of nice and cozy, I guess, after that. And we've got our wood in here. We did that last summer of 2022. We filled up that side with wood, and on the other side of it, so there's the arch, and then this side has an equal amount of wood in it also. So we're sitting real good on firewood. There's quite a few piles outside that we'll use a little bit of too. So when we did our construction, we made it so that we can walk over and just walk right up and open up our doors, and we don't have to bend down, where if this was on the floor, you'd have to bend down almost beyond your knees to fire that. It's only a foot. I suppose it's probably 16 inches from this right here down to the floor. So I think our step right here was a little over a foot, at least a foot. So that helps quite a bit when you're firing. You have to bend down just a little bit to maybe see to the back of it. And we'll show you that when we're firing in another week or two here, how that process goes. And we tap in that 300 to 400 tree or tap range. So it's enough to get us so we can boil 5 or 10 gallons of syrup in a day. We probably haven't ever done 10 gallons. We don't try to do any more than that usually. And then we'll keep that in a couple of containers, some stainless containers. We'll save that for a few days, and then when we get ready to bottle that, we'll filter it again, we'll warm it up again and then filter it. And we've got a stove over here that's covered up with stuff right now. So we have a stove that we'll heat it on, an electric stove, and then we have a counter, and we set our filter on this platform here. And we have a lot of counter space all the way across here. And we'll filter 10 to 15 gallons at a time, so we don't do it as often. And once the syrup has been made, it keeps just fine. We'll set it right down there on the ground, up on a wooden platform that we have for it. So that part of it goes good. Like I said, we just do this for fun. We're not doing this to, most of our syrup, I would say 90% of it we give away to people just because it's fun to do. And a lot of it is given away during the season when people stop in and come over. And Jody's always got the counter full of food, and we have a good time. We have a really good time. So this is our hobby. So we'll start getting these pails unloaded here. I got Kevin and Lindsay here helping today. Hey there, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good. So here's one load of pails. It isn't a huge load, but this is a second load. We'll get these unloaded and then we'll go back and get the pans.
It's going inside?
Yeah. And if you want to take half of them, it's almost easier. Or whatever works. I got one. probably start, like I said, in about a week. We're gonna try to get going tapping if the weather looks good. We'll miss a couple days, but that's all right. And we'll keep in tune with you. We'll probably go out and identify some trees again like we did last year. And then we'll start tapping and we'll take you with when we do that. So thanks again for watching. Have a good day and remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. Go.
Zoom.
Zoom. Whoop. Wonder how they do all those shots above the trees.
Woo.